So, Oliver, you were speaking earlier on at the Industry Forum. Are you able to kind of summarise briefly about your speech, which was paving the way for an orbital society?
We've been putting extensive work with different partners over the last decades to create human spaceflight for Europe. And what we're seeing right now is that we are further evolving in different angles. It's like an expansion process. We will fly to the moon, and we're supporting that. We'll see other players flying to the moon create a lunar village. And where the agencies are driving towards exploration targets or objectives, we will see that there will be a commercialization of the space that we are currently populating. So low Earth orbit, the place that we're using for making business already today, you will see an enormous and tremendous move into that area. And this is where we're saying there's an orbital economy which is forming, which has started to form already decades ago, but now which is getting more velocity in forming. And if you build up a new economy, let's do this sustainably. So we're voting for an orbital society because it's not just be robotic, satellite-driven solutions, but also human being for work up there, whatever they do. And if you have human being together with robots and machines, you better ask for rules and regulations. And that's what it's all about with regard to the orbital society.
Okay, perfect. What recent developments at Airbus in Bremen are of significance for future projects in the space industry?
So let's start with the European Service Module. European Service Module is the European contribution to NASA's Orion mission. This is the only spacecraft that can fly human being to the moon. And beyond the moon, it's a multi-purpose crew vehicle. So it's opening up a wide variety of mission targets for NASA and ESA and other contributing agencies on where they want to go in terms of deep space exploration. That's a very key point for us right now. But beyond that, we're thinking about making this all more digital and making this all more robotic. So we're currently working on what we call the Robotic Service Module. It's part of an infrastructure. It's part of a satellite that can grab things for refueling or for deorbiting or for doing work. So we believe that manufacturing in space, either for space purposes or for Earth purposes, that will come. And we're currently working on the digital products, but also the space-based products in order to make this happen.
What changes have you seen in the space tech industry in the last few years?
Definitely a stronger drive towards entrepreneurship. We've been personally seeing that already 2 decades ago when we were, let's say, commercializing telecommunication business, first in platform building, but then also in service provision. But what happened then, which is today completely privately dominated, we're seeing now also for other areas, be it Earth observation, be it maybe also navigation, or the areas that we were talking about today in terms of manufacturing in space, and even exploration. So this entrepreneurship to think about solutions and then to implement them and not wait that somebody in the future may invent a program line on the government side. That is the biggest trend that we're seeing, and it's just exciting to see how many new players are there. It's exciting to see how it's combined with spin-ins from digital technologies that simply reduce the access barrier to space, and that will make us grow quicker.
Perfect. What trends or technologies do you think we'll see more of in the next few years when it comes to on-orbit service and exploration?
I know it's boring, but let's talk about digitalization, right? So everything that we see right now on Earth, that's got to be transported and transformed into space applications. So we're asking ourselves the question, if we have great Alexas and Siris and artificial intelligence for solution finding on Earth, what does it take to transport that into space, to have it work there as well? And then if you have it up there, how do you link it into Earth applications? So you will see at the end a cloud with digital solutions up there in space, and maybe software design for a space application will be as easy as app design is today.